Hi everyone, this is Christine from Ambassador Crochet, and I want to show you how to make the front post double crochet scrubby as well as the dishcloth that uses the same pattern. So if you can make the scrubby, then you would just keep continuing with the same stitches for the dishcloth. So the pattern actually, when I wrote the pattern originally, I used a chain 4 and then I made a loop with it, but the other alternative is a magic ring. So I'll make it with a magic ring, but if you're not comfortable with a magic ring, I will leave a link to my magic ring tutorial. And if you don't want to do that, you can just chain 4 and work this into that the same way. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is a magic ring. So I make a backwards J, and then I put the end of the yarn behind the working end, and I hold that with my fingers, and then I stick the hook in and I pull up a loop. And you're gonna have to hold that still, because what you're gonna do is drop this one and then you're gonna pick up your working yarn, and so you have to hold it still just till you get started. So you're gonna chain 3, and that's gonna count as your first double crochet. And then you're going to do another double crochet in the magic ring, and then you're going to chain 1, and you're going to do 2 more double crochet in your magic ring. So that would be 1, that would be 2. So now we have 4 double crochet, chain 1 again. So we have 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 1. And you're going to do that 4 more times, so that you will end up with 6 chain 1 spaces, and you'll have 12 double crochet. So as you work your way around, you may have to pull this a little bit tighter. So if you pull on that end, it will reduce the size of your circle, your magic ring. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3. That was your 4th double crochet, chain 1. So now we do 2 more. That's the 5th chain 1 space, and then we're going to do 2 more double crochet. Chain 1, close that magic ring, and if you did chain 4 the way it instructs you, you don't have to do anything here. And then you're going to slip stitch to join. Okay, so now this is what it will look like. Now for round 2, what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3, and that counts as your first double crochet. And then we're going to front post double crochet around the next 2 double crochets. So the first chain 3 actually counted as that chain space. So we're going to front post double crochet around that chain 3 from the row below. And then we're going to front post double crochet around the next one. And if you're not sure how to do a front post double crochet, there is a tutorial, and I will link to that in the description as well. So now we have your chain 3, which is your first double crochet, and we have 2 post stitches. So now in this chain 1 space, we're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and that will be the increase. So we're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and that's worked in that chain 1 space below. And then we will do front post double crochet around the next 2 stitches. And you're going to work this pattern all the way around. You're going to work front post double crochets in the double crochets from the previous row, and then you will work a double crochet, chain one, double crochet in each chain one space, and do that all the way around. Okay, as you get to the last repeat, you're going to work your front post double crochet around the last 2 double crochet. And then in this last chain one space, you don't need to work double crochet, chain one, double crochet, because your first double crochet is already here. That was that chain 3. So all you're going to need to do is, all you're going to need to do is double crochet, chain 1, and then you're going to slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. If you don't like the way that looks when you slip stitch into a chain 3, the alternatives are you could do a standing double crochet here, you could do a chain 1 and then a regular double crochet. The double crochet will kind of hide the chain 1 if you make it a little bit looser. So there are alternatives. I don't think it looks too bad when you're doing it in the round and you're working something like this. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Okay, so now the next round is going to be the same concept. So we're going to chain 3, and that chain 3 is actually going to be part of the chain 1 increase when we get all the way back around. So that's not going to count as a post stitch. So now we have the 4 stitches from the previous row. So we have the double crochet, we have 2 post stitches, and then we have a double crochet. So for round 3, we should have 4 stitches here. And you're going to do a front post double crochet around all 4 of those. So you're going to front post double crochet around the double crochet, and then you're going to front post double crochet around the 2 post stitches, and then you're going to front post double crochet around the last double crochet, and then you're going to work your increase in that chain 1 space. You're going to do double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and you're going to repeat that all the way around. So you'll have 4 post stitches, and then your increase, which is, it's a V-stitch, but it's a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in each corner, and you're going to do that all the way around. Okay, as you get back around to the end, you're going to do a double crochet, chain 1 in that last chain space, and then you're going to slip stitch to your first double crochet. There we go. Now if you're working the dishcloth, you're going to continue working in rounds just like that. If you're stopping here for the scrubby, we're going to do the border round. So I'm just going to show you the border. You're going to single crochet in each stitch all the way around. And when you get to those chain 1 spaces, the corners, you are going to do a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in those chain spaces. So I've done a single crochet all the way across. So now I'm going to do single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and then I'm going to single crochet all the way across again. So if you're fairly new to crochet, you're going to want to make sure this very first stitch after your space, this stitch kind of looks hidden, so you need to make sure you don't skip that one or you'll end up with the wrong stitch count. So make sure you do a single crochet in that double crochet as well so that you get it all the way across. This scrubby is a little bit more open than the photos on the website, and that is because I used a different yarn, and this yarn is a little bit thinner than a regular worsted weight. It says it's worsted weight, but it's a little thin. And I didn't realize that till I was working with it, so it does look a little different. The one on my blog is definitely, the white one is definitely more closed, which is better for scrubbing dishes, honestly. but this is actually better for her tutorial, so it worked out. And we're going to do this all the way around. Okay, again, we are back at the end. Slip stitch in that first single crochet and fasten off, and now you have a little scrubby for your dishes, which makes things fun. And maybe your kids will want to actually do dishes, or maybe you'll want to do dishes, make them in all different colors to match your kitchen, which I love to have matching stuff that goes with my kitchen colors. Would love to see them. If you make them, just send me a picture or tag me on Instagram or Facebook.